Buddy Rich Impossible drum solo. Now that's a title that caught my attention. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. This video was submitted to me in my video request form. Buddy Rich Impossible drum solo. I mean, you gotta take a listen. You gotta take a look at it. Buddy Rich. Now, I'm not overly familiar with him at all. However, I have seen a few of his videos and his performances online. So I'm not entirely alien to Buddy Rich, but I don't really know much about him. But, you know, period. So, beside him being an amazing drummer, obviously. So I'm curious to see and hear this impossible drum solo. I'm curious to see what kind of drum solo it is. You know, is it a musical drum solo? Is it literally just a solo? Like, what's the context surrounding it? So we're going to find out. Let me go ahead and pull up the video, and let's watch. Move to the side. Just the concentration. Jeez. He's not getting around. Just what he's able to do with one hand. Yes. Now that, come on. I gotta give it a hand for that one. Okay, it's impossible. Okay. And not missing a beat? Crossover, no. Always nice to have someone to fix your stance in case something goes wrong. This is probably just how he warms up. Okay. Okay. No. That's okay. Genuinely, let's not put on a show or anything, right? No drama. But genuinely, that that's that leaves me speechless. You could study that man's hands, feet, groove, fingertips, concentration, focus. You could study every single facet of that performance. I would not doubt it. Obviously, he's a big name. Obviously, Buddy Rich. I'm not, ignorant to him. But if you're a drummer, if you're taking classes, if you're whatever, if you're in Juilliard for music and you're going for drumming, like I have to imagine you're studying Buddy Rich. I have to imagine you're studying his technique. Just on one hand, the things that he comes up with on one hand, all the accents, all the fills, the hi hat is just ungodly fast. And what I really enjoyed about the solo is, yes, it is to me a musical solo because he's still playing a groove. Obviously, it's demonstrative, but there's still a lot of subtlety. There's still a lot of space in what he's doing. Yeah, you have him blazing around and crisscrossing back and forth on the toms and the snare and going around everywhere, doing his thing. But then you have him, like I said, going back down to just the hi hat, just building up the rolls again on the snare, like all these things, building up with the bass drum. He he trickled he trickled and treaded the line into a blast beat there. Now that's ahead of its time. And I think this is kind of like a literal definition of ahead of its time. When did this come out? When was this performed? I don't see. There's no year here. I don't have a year, so I'm not sure when this was, but that's way ahead of its time. There's so many things to study there. There's so many techniques to go over. Um, I mean, I'm a little speechless. What else am I going to say? Like, honestly, you saw it. What else am I going to say to add to that performance? Nothing. What can I tell you? He was beating them drums, though. And he was so focused, so concentrated on it. And for as powerful as it is, it was still a very graceful and elegant solo. Just the way that he's moving around. There's no wasted movements. There's no filler in his movements. There's fills, yes, but there's no filler in his movements. Everything that he does has a purpose. Every single motion he makes has a purpose contributing to the solo. And how snappily the rest of the band gets back in. Also, shout out to the member of the band who saw, I guess, that his stand perhaps was wonking out a little bit, came over, readjusted it, did whatever he had to do, and then went back to where he was. So, absolutely brilliant, brilliant performance. That would be amazing to see. I'm really curious about the year, though, because I would just imagine that maybe if you're not familiar with Buddy Rich and you're just there to watch, like, I don't know, the big band play and that kind of thing, this kind of big Americana jazz, if you didn't know who Buddy Rich was when you went into that performance, you for sure knew him after you left. Anyways, let me know what you all thought of this solo. You can let me know in the comments down below. You can follow me on Twitter. You can support the channel on Patreon if you want to do that. But otherwise, leave a like before you go and subscribe if you want before you leave as well. Thank you for being here. I'll see you all later. Bye.